Power Punch Priority Packs. That's right. Power Punch Priority Packs. What does that mean? Well, in a world where sometimes your priorities can get sidetracked by distractions, interferences, and other things that get in the way of what you're focused on and what your goals are, it's entirely normal to take a step back, recalculate, shift your focus. What's important is to remain focused on your priorities. And it's sometimes easier to pack them together and think of it as little bundles of priorities that you string together and take care of them one at a time. Or if you're good at multitasking, more than one at a time. However, the order in which you do them should typically be from most important to least important. That way you take care of the things you need to take care of absolutely the most up front, and then do the rest along the way as you go through the rest of your priorities. Now, what am I talking about here? Well, in the course of the work of marketing or trading or anything else, but in the course of marketing work, you'll very often be sidetracked. It can happen in your personal life too. You can be set in your daily routine or whatever, and you know you have things you have to do, and you have to get them done by a certain time. Suddenly something will interfere. You get a call out of the blue, or a letter, or an email, or a message, whatever it might be, that will suddenly shift your attention with a great distraction that makes it practically impossible for you to just focus on the thing you need to focus on at the moment. And the thing to do that I found very helpful is to take a deep breath, take a step back, chill for 15 minutes, or however long it takes you. Some people try counting. Sometimes counting can help. And refocus. Get your mental game on. Look at your suddenly shifted priorities, which, were different 10, 15 minutes before, and figure out what you need to do next. Of course, if you work in a job or function that has extreme high volatility or pressure constantly every minute of the day, you may not have 15 minutes. So for you, maybe 15 seconds, if you have that. Obviously, I'm not talking about if you're in the middle of performing life-saving surgery. I'm talking about if you're through the normal routine course of your day outside of a life-saving critical situation. If you're in that situation and you need to focus on life-saving conditions, that is obviously entirely different. And in that situation, you need to manage your priorities in real time, which is really kind of the same thing in the sense of you have to, in an instant, make that 15 minutes of relaxing happen. It can just be one breath and refocus your thinking and your priorities in that moment. And in the very next moment, start changing your approach to the situation. However, for most people, unfortunately, most people, especially in marketing or in trading or in other, let's call them mundane tasks, even though they're not, but we'll call them that. It can be to have these sort of distractions come up on you. In fact, I would say it is normal. These kind of distractions come up on you, usually when you least expect them, but certainly when they are inconvenienced. And so, again, the thing to do is to pack your little priorities and your big ones together as groups of things to do, so that you have the ability to take care of multiple tasks quickly, and you focus on taking care of the big ones first, and then the slightly less big ones, and so on and so forth, until you're done routing all of your priorities and taking care of them to be done. Anyway, that is my thoughts about power punching priority packs, and get them out of your way so that you can move on to the next steps towards your goals. Whatever it is that you have as your goals, you can use this method. Try it for yourself. Let me know how it works for you if you see this and if you try it. And remember that the best way to figure out better new ways to do things is to actually try it and learn from the experience. And where you have blunders or failures, learn from that, and then focus, of course, more on where you do things correctly, so that you can repeat the success over and over again. Because one of the big traps is to focus exclusively on the negatives and on the failures. And it's important to focus on them to learn from them, but then you have to compartmentalize them and not dwell on them. Because if you dwell on the failures, you're sure to repeat them. Where you dwell on the successes, you are more probable to repeat those. And that's what's important, for your focus to be on the positives rather than on the negatives. So with that said, happy prioritizing and getting through and hitting your targets and goals. Cheers.